The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that emotions run dangerously high in Genoa City this week when Nick Newman receives a terrifying late-night phone call from a sobbing Sharon, while across town, Phyllis Summers makes a bold and manipulative move to turn the tables on Kane Ashby. What follows is a night of panic, heartbreak, and scheming that will leave everyone questioning who they can trust. The drama begins when Nick's peaceful evening is shattered by a frantic call from Sharon. Her voice is trembling, her words barely making sense as she sobs uncontrollably. At first, Nick thinks she's having another panic attack, but as she struggles to speak, he realizes this is something much worse. Sharon tells him something has gone terribly wrong at her house. She's found a horrifying clue suggesting someone has been watching her again. Her door was left unlocked even though she remembers locking it, and she found a personal item, one she knows she didn't leave there, placed deliberately on her kitchen counter. It's a chilling reminder of her stalker ordeal from months ago. Nick immediately goes into protective mode, grabbing his keys and racing over to Sharon's place. When he arrives, she's shaking and pale, clutching her phone. The lights flicker as she explains that she heard strange noises outside moments before calling him. Nick checks the property and finds fresh footprints in the mud near the back door. Footprints too large to be hers. It's clear someone was there. Sharon breaks down, terrified that her stalker is back, but Nick vows he won't let anyone hurt her again. He calls Chance Chancellor to report the break-in and insists that Sharon stay with him until they figure out who's targeting her. Meanwhile, Sharon's emotional state deteriorates further as she begins recalling odd encounters she's had over the past few days. Unfamiliar cars parked outside her coffee house, anonymous messages that seemed harmless at first, and the feeling of being followed. Nick tries to comfort her, promising to keep her safe. But spoilers suggest this stalker mystery will drag both of them into a dangerous trap, forcing Nick to confront his deepest fears of losing Sharon all over again. While Nick is consumed with protecting Sharon, another storm brews on the other side of Genoa City. Phyllis Summers, still stung by her recent humiliation and desperate to regain control of her life, decides to strike back, this time targeting Kane Ashby. The two have been circling each other for weeks, with tension, attraction, and manipulation mixing into a volatile cocktail. Phyllis believes Kane has been playing her, using her for information connected to Colin's death investigation. She's had enough. Phyllis starts by planting false information to see how Kane reacts. She tells him she's uncovered new evidence that could clear his name, but she'll only share it if he agrees to a private meeting. Kane, desperate and cornered by police suspicion, agrees, unaware that Phyllis has set a trap. During their tense encounter, Phyllis subtly records their conversation, trying to get Kane to admit that he's hiding something. She manipulates the discussion skillfully, pretending to sympathize with him while pushing him toward confession. But Kane is no fool. He quickly catches on that Phyllis might be setting him up and flips the game back on her. He accuses her of being the one who leaked information to the press about Colin's investigation. Phyllis keeps her composure but knows she's losing control of the situation. The two exchange sharp, cutting words, each trying to outsmart the other. The tension reaches a boiling point when Kane warns Phyllis that if she keeps playing with fire, she'll get burned. The spoilers hint that this confrontation will set off a dangerous chain of events for both of them. Phyllis's secret recording may end up in the wrong hands, while Kane's own hidden involvement in Colin's affairs could finally come to light. Meanwhile, Nick's focus on Sharon will deepen their bond once more, potentially reigniting old feelings, but it will also pull him into a dark mystery involving fear, obsession, and revenge. So, in short, Nick takes a terrifying call from a sobbing Sharon who believes her stalker has returned, forcing him to rush to her aid as danger closes in again. At the same time, Phyllis tries to outwit Kane by turning the tables on him with a clever trap, but ends up walking into one herself, as both begin to realize they're part of a much larger game playing out in Genoa City.